Amanda Lee here in Newcastle, Australia. What I want to do today is just make a quick video telling you how easy it is to sit down and meditate and how easy it is to start a regular practice in your life. And I know that a lot of people have misconceptions about this because I've spoken to a lot of people who think it's something really sort of doo-doo-doo out there, something you've got to prepare for and work towards, but you can actually start a regular meditation practice today. And I've also had the personal experience myself many years ago when I really wanted to start meditating regularly. And I know that this really weird thing happened. Every time I decided I was going to do it, I went off on this mental tangent thinking, oh, but I don't have the right room and it's not quiet enough and I need a meditation cushion and I've got to get the candles and the incense and the music and the water fountains, and I'd go off on this planning idea of how I was going to get a water fountain. I mean, how ridiculous. And maybe you're not quite at that situation, but you may have some mental blocks about it, and I just want to tell you, after many years of having a regular meditation practice, how simple it is. How really, really simple it is. All meditation is getting the state of non-distraction. So all you need to do is find a little room or a little corner of a room, some little part of your house or part of your garden or somewhere nearby, something that inspires you. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't need to be anything special. Literally a corner of a room will do. If you have something nice that does inspire you, like some kind of crystal or a candle or something, great. But if not, don't worry. You don't need any special props for it. All you need to do is to be able to sit still. And speaking of sitting, again, no fancy cross-legged lotus position on the floor is necessary. If you're into that and you can do that, which I certainly can't, well, that's fine, that's great. If you have a meditation cushion and you want to sit cross-legged on the floor, that's great too. But if not, it's just fine to sit in a chair. And the one thing that you do need to do is have a straight spine. Straight, but at the same time relaxed. So whether you're sitting on the cushion or in a chair, just sit up straight, spine straight. There are a number of different ways of explaining it. Ways of doing it. The one I do is sit with my hands just on my knees. So you don't need to have the palms up and the doing this and everything else. That might be how you do it, and that's fine. But just resting in a position of ease with your hands on your knees, spine straight, and close your eyes if you want to. In the Tibetan Buddhist meditation that I follow, the eyes are half open, half shut, and just lightly looking slightly downwards towards something about a metre or so in front of you. Not fixing your focus on it, but just lightly looking at it. The reason for keeping your eyes open is twofold. One is meditation is not about blocking yourself out from the external world. It's just about being in the moment with whatever is actually happening. And the other very practical reason for not closing your eyes is you don't want to go to sleep. So, you're sitting up straight, your spine's straight, in a very stable position, whether it's sitting on the chair or on the cushion. Your hands lightly resting on your knees and your eyes half open, or if you need to begin with, just keep them closed. And from there, all you need to do is rest your mind. And most of us have such active minds that we try to rest it, and within seconds it's off on one of the many stories and thought patterns that we all have racing through our minds all the time. And that's okay. We're not trying to block our thoughts. That's the most common misconception about meditation. People think that we're trying to stop our thoughts, and we absolutely are not. As long as you have a mind, you will have thoughts rising. The main thing about meditation is to be in the moment, in the state of non-distraction, and actually, when those thoughts arise, just to be able to recognize them and then let them go. That's the main thing. Let them go. Not to get caught up in the stories about those thoughts and then continue on at a tangent where you're completely lost away from the moment. So, to begin with, to help us from stopping our minds from just going straight off, straight away, one of the best ways, the best tools you can use to help you is just lightly focusing on your breath. So just let your breath be as it is. Again, no special breathing. All you do is breathe in, and then as you breathe out, just recognize the fact that you're breathing out. Nothing special, don't get uptight about it or anything. And each time you breathe out, just recognize the fact that you're breathing out. Now, if you're normal, like like most of us, your thoughts will be going blah, 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 probably more than you want them to be. And that's okay. All you need to do is, when you find your mind going off on thoughts, just say, okay, thinking, and bring your mind back to the breath. It's sort of like a little toddler. If you were trying to stop a toddler from touching the electric switches or something that was dangerous, you'd like to think you'd have patience with that toddler. So you'd say, don't touch the electric switches, just like you're trying to let your thoughts calm down. You'd say to the toddler, don't touch them. And he or she may not touch them for a while, and that's great. But if they go off and start heading towards the electric switches again, you just say, no, come back here, that's fine, just come back here. And that's what you need to do with yourself when you recognise that you're following after thoughts. Just gently but firmly bring yourself back to the breath. And you can count your breaths if you like, if that helps you to stay on track, but there actually isn't any need to do counting or anything else special. And that's really all there is to it. The main thing, another thing to realise is, often when you start to meditate, you can actually notice that your thoughts are busier than ever, and they're actually not really busier. All that's happening is you're actually noticing how goddamn busy your mind normally is. So don't be disillusioned. Absolutely don't be put off. In fact, if you notice that your mind seems busier than ever, then that's probably even a good sign, because you're actually noticing it. And the only other thing I'd say is, when you sit down, don't have expectations of achieving anything, of gaining anything. Don't expect all these do-do-do-do experiences. If you have them, well, that's fine, but it doesn't actually mean anything as such. The main thing is just to be there, and be there with your thoughts. And I know that when I first started, that was one of the hardest things for me to let go of not wanting to get some kind of particular experience out of this, and not sitting down and judging it, thinking, oh, I've had a good meditation or a bad meditation, or that was really bad today, and oh my god, my thoughts were off, and oh, nothing happened, and none of that matters. And there's actually no such thing as a bad meditation. Even if you've sat there for 5 minutes and you've noticed that your mind has run away 50 times and you've had to bring it back, that's fine too. So just get started, give it a go, enjoy it, relax, and try it for 5 minutes. And if you try it for once in the day for 5 minutes, you might want to try it 2 or 3 times a day for 5 minutes, and just slowly and gently build up from there. There are so many benefits from doing it, and it's so much more than just being about relaxation. So there you have it, the simple points to starting a fantastic and regular meditation practice from right now. Hope that helps, and leave your comments. And if you want to find out more, head over to my blog at amandaleelive.com if you're not there already. Happy meditating. Bye.